Hello, everybody, and welcome to 321 Sportscast, another edition of the Summer Series 2024. In studio today, I have Dylan Jordan, formerly of the VR Hawks baseball team. How you doing, Dylan?
I'm good. How about you, Tracy?
I'm good, brother. Appreciate you taking a little time. You got a busy schedule, man, and I'm very thankful that you did take a few minutes to come see me today before you head off. But let's get everyone up to speed. So Dylan just recently, a few days ago, was drafted in the Major League Baseball draft, 5th round by the Los Angeles Angels. So he's a pitcher. Throws hard, has some good junk. We're going to talk about baseball. We're going to get to know him a little bit off the field. But, man, exciting times, huh? Let's start out first by saying, when you heard your name called the other day, how did that feel? Like, every kid's dream that plays baseball is to be at the Major League level, and boom, there's your name being called. How did that feel?
I mean, I would have to say kind of it's like a dream come true. I mean, that's kind of the generic answer when you ask a lot of people that. But, I mean, it honestly was. Like, I was with my family. And it was like a surreal feeling. So, I mean, I can't really put it into words, and it's something that I'll never forget.
Now, you were projected to go a little further down, like 8th or 9th or 10th round, somewhere in that area, and you ended up going in the 5th round. Were you expecting that? Did someone give you a heads up, like you're going to be going 5th round, or was that just a complete shock?
I mean, the teams that we talked to and that had a lot of interest in us kind of had us around that, like, 3 to 6 round range. So, I mean, I was a little bit surprised because of what happened, but I mean, I wasn't like unexpected, so.
Well, that's exciting, man. Where do you go from here now? So, boom, you hear your name, the team says, we got you. You said, you got some of the contract work done, so that's behind you. So where do you go from here?
So Saturday, I'm leaving out to go to Arizona, the rookie complex, and that's where I start the mini camp, and that's where they decide if they want me to like start throwing with them or go pitch somewhere. So
now, have you ever been away from home that far? I mean, Arizona is like 3,000 miles. I mean,
I've been to Arizona before, but it's only been about a week that I was away from them. So I mean, I got some practice in going to Tallahassee for the last 3 weeks being away.
Arizona's a little further. I mean, do you have the golf cart gassed up? Is it going to make it from Vieira to just golf cart joke, Vieira? Just kidding. You're going to have to load up on some ramen noodles and things like that. It's kind of like, going to a dorm room in college. But, man, that's exciting stuff. I tell you, the weather's dry out there. It's dry and it's hot, but a lot of fun. So you signed. Just be careful of one thing now. Your friends are going to expect you to pay for every meal, everything you do. Make sure you tell them pony up their own money, things like that. How long have you been playing the game of baseball?
I grew up playing it when I was about 4 or 5 years old.
Okay. So. What other positions now? You're a pitcher, and that's what you're going to the major leagues to do, but what other positions did you play in high school? So
the last 2 years, I was just a PO my junior and senior year, but my freshman year, I was a third baseman. Okay. And then my sophomore year, I played some outfield also, so.
Now, was there a time where it kind of clicked and, because you would go through like playing Little League at Vieira and, you go through the progressions of growing as a man, you're getting bigger and stronger. Is there a pivotal time where you realize like, man, I'm meant to be great. Like I'm better than the average kids out here playing. Was it 9th grade, 10th grade? Like when did that sink in that you were going to be potentially a major leaguer?
I probably have to say like the summer after my freshman year. Okay. I think I remember topping out at like 86, and at the time for a freshman that was really good, and I kind of thought to myself like this could really take me to the next level, and I could do a lot of big things with this. So
86 is, I tell you what, man, when I grew up playing in Brevard County, not to talk about my old days, but you didn't have a lot of guys that threw very hard. I mean, if we had a guy around here that threw 85 or 90, it was like a once in a blue moon, and now you got you and a few of your teammates. I think 3 of your other teammates are throwing 90s. That's crazy. What got you into baseball?
I probably have to say my 2 older brothers and my dad really were the ones that kind of got me into playing, and I haven't stopped ever since. So.
Is there something about the sport of baseball? Because baseball is not the most popular sport these days. A lot of kids don't get into it, right? They think like it's boring. I don't want to stand in the outfield, or I don't want to. It's a little slower. But what is it about baseball that you like?
The thing that I like is really the teamwork and the connections that come from it. You make a lot of good friendships and a lot of brothers. Like this past year's team, I would call my brothers, but and also like the individuals or the individualism that comes from the team sport.
Okay.
Just
self-accountability. Everyone's got to do their job.
Yeah, like the one-on-one, like even as a pitcher, it's the pitcher versus the batter, you versus them, and you have to come out on top. So
yeah, being in the pitcher position, every game is in your hands. I mean, you could come out in the first inning, give up 4 or 5 runs, and boom, you kind of blew it for your team.
Yeah.
With that said, what's one of the biggest games of your career? Is there a moment that sticks out?
I'd probably have to say the game against Doral in the state semifinal. I think that was a really big game for me, and that was a big moment for our team. So.
I tell you, Viera baseball, for those of you that don't follow all the sports around here, we know that like Coco football is the team in sports in Brevard, right? They're putting a lot of kids into the pros and college. Viera baseball's got 3 big ones just in the last year with you and Alex Sosa and Alan Espinal. Congratulations, Alan. He was drafted a couple days ago. And there's more to come. I mean, I hear about a lot of big things going on at Viera baseball. So you guys are setting the tone for the future kids that come through there and really believe they can make it to the big leagues. Like it's going to be a cool thing to see how this plays out over the next 10 years. What are your expectations for your career? I mean, are you just happy to be where you are now, or are you saying, I want to be a Hall of Famer one day?
Nah, I definitely want to be one of the best. I mean, this has always been my dream, but I mean, it's only day one, and I definitely want to be the best. I want to be the best big leaguer I can be. So.
Awesome. And you got to work hard, man, because we talked off camera, what a crazy business it is. You know, a lot of people think, wow, you're drafted, you're there, but you're like just getting started, and you really got to earn your way up to that, single A, double A, triple A, and then obviously the big stage. What are some of your strengths of your game?
I'd probably have to say my stuff is the best thing. The movement that I get on my pitches, I think is the best thing about my game when it comes to pitching. So,
is there anything that you're working on that's kind of a I don't want to say weakness, but something that you got to work on to prepare yourself for the next level?
Just focusing on like consistency with command of all 3 of my pitches. I'd probably have to say is going to kind of take me to the next level, like kind of at the next level. So.
Okay. Man, imagine facing a batter like Aaron Judge. How do you step up, and what is your strategy against a guy like Aaron Judge? First pitch, what do you do? You throw fastball down and away, or?
I'd probably have to say the first pitch I throw him is probably my slider. My slider is my best pitch, and I would probably throw my best stuff at him, and I wouldn't try to change anything. I wouldn't try to be any different. I'd try to be the same pitcher that I am, because I mean that's how I got here. So.
But these, not just Aaron Judge, but these guys are just crushing the ball, man, like never before. Mm-hmm. Did you have a favorite team growing up? I know now it's the Angels. Go Angels. But who was your team prior to being drafted by the Angels?
So, I mean, I grew up in Northern Virginia, so I've always been a Nationals fan growing up. So.
Okay. And you said you don't watch a ton of baseball because you're always out playing baseball and doing things you like to do. But there was one pitcher that you said that you like. Who's that guy?
Steven Strasburg. That's kind of who I grew up watching, and I kind of fell in love with the way he pitched. So
now he throws a lot of junk too. He's got. Let's talk food. My favorite subject. What's your favorite food?
I'd probably have to say an Outback steak for sure.
Down under mates. You like a good steak?
Yeah,
Outback.
For sure.
Send him a gift card. He's on his way to Arizona. He needs some good food. What about some hobbies, man? When you're not playing baseball, what do you like to do to just kind of chill out?
I like to play golf with a bunch of my buddies, and I also just like to hang out with friends.
Okay.
Go to the beach is a big thing for me. I like to surf, and I like to play some hands of poker with some of my friends when I'm free. So.
Okay, let's talk about your golf game real briefly. What's one of your strengths in golf? Are you good off the tee box? Is it your short game, putting, chipping? Putting definitely has to be my best game for sure. Well, golf's an awesome sport, and you can play it the rest of your life. What about your poker game, man? You planning on winning some money from some teammates out there in Arizona?
Oh yeah, for sure. I steal money from my buddies all the time when we play poker, so I don't think I'll have much trouble.
Awesome. Well, I just want to bring up a couple names. Let's go back to the Angels. I'm a baseball fan. I've collected baseball cards and all that cool stuff. And I know it hasn't all sunk in with you yet, but man, you are going to a team that had Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout, Vladimir Guerrero, Nolan Ryan, Rod Crew, and just a list of others. Has that sunk in yet that you're a part of that fraternity?
I mean, not really. It's kind of just been kind of like normal summer days for me right now, but I think once I really start getting to the facility and start living that kind of lifestyle, I think it'll start to really sink in, and I'll start to really think about it a little bit more. So,
well, my biggest advice is to just stay hungry, man. Love every moment. Be a kid. I tell you what, I just, I interviewed your friend Alex Sosa about 2 weeks ago, and the biggest thing that stuck out with me in his interview is he's a kid, dude. And he said, I'm going to sign as many autographs. I want to take as many pictures. And that's what myself and so many other fans love about guys that make it to your level is just to see them interact with kids and change their life with either a handshake or a picture. So try to do that as much as you can for me. All right. Anybody you want to give a shout out to that's been in your corner and helped you get all the way to this point and has just been there for you?
I'd like to shout out to my parents and both my older brothers and my younger sister, kind of my family. They've kind of stuck by my side throughout this whole process and have given me a lot of good advice and a lot of support. So, I'd probably have to say them. So
big shout out to mom and dad, man. They're your rock, and they're going to be there for you through all this crazy thick and thin business stuff you're getting ready to go through. Well, Dylan, I told you we were going to keep it short, and I know you got it, man. I tell you, Saturday's coming soon, and you got to get some golf in, and you got to get your shopping in and spend time with the family and friends. So I do appreciate you taking the time to come by today.
Yep.
Wish you the best of luck. I'm a big fan. I can't wait to see how you do and watch you grow and do big things in that business, okay?
Sure.
All right, y'all. So for Dylan Jordan, formerly of the Vieira Hawks baseball team, moving on to the Los Angeles Angels, heading to Tempe, Arizona on Saturday, I'm Tracy Raymond with 321 Sportscast. You guys have a good day.